Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This fielded at the 2. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Alert.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction. That leads to second down.
Nice play, baby. Nice
The
play.
20-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 37. Check 37. He's checking.
Pass 85. Pass 85.
Scratch. He's coming. Double alert. He's coming. Double up.
From the gun, it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Hey, wahoo! 50, Mike 50. Hey, watch.
Gun.
Watch the slant.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Get that ball.
49. Check 49. Check. Sub.
Wide. Get wide. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he's into the clear. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, 58 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The play after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschkenau to send this one away following the score.
The Jaguars take over
Play for
first
win.
and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Set. Pittsburgh. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Down to lose one.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he
Tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Jackson. Throw right side to the tight end of Shaughnessy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Jaguars.
Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Coming to you. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I smell him.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some team.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On third down, Jackson. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on his first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. Taron Johnson made the stop.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And it's third down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Hey, check Mike 50. Smooth. Check Mike 50. Watch the screen. 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 Here we go. Here we go. 50. 50. Mike 50.
That's it.
Watch the pass.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike Fofo. I don't think you got it, sir.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen finding Knox there, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Watch motion. Watch motion.
Hey, Echo.
To the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Nick Nelson that time who got a hand in to break that one up. That right there, a good preview of the matchup we intend to watch closely here in this wild card game.
And it's going to go throughout the game, but let's face it, you just mentioned it, wild card. We're just starting the playoffs. If you didn't run your number one guy on their number one guy throughout the season, you do it now. The playoffs have begun, best on best. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down to Jackson. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, Jackson. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Oliver.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Check 24, 124. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch us over. Watch the slant.
To throw again, Jackson. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set it.
Check. Mike 49.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Shaq Lawson Able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
49.
Now it's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Leonard Fournette. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Like 50. QB's up. Watch QB's up.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Well, that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 26 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 3.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Jackson on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Whip, 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 whip.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
On 52. Don't get nervous. Bravo. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check, check. Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
Throwing his Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
35-yard drive.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. When you're under a minute to go here in the half, field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Jackson to throw on 3rd down. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Check, 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 check. Watch twist, watch twist.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Can't fault the offensive line for that incompletion at all. He had all day to throw the football. Their alarm clocks went off early today, didn't they?
Absolutely, they did. He was surveying, finally let it go, but incomplete. Here's Jackson on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up the first down for him, too.
This is caught. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Check 52. Alert 3, alert 3. Let's go. Travel. Delta.
Now Jackson operating from the gun, escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
56, 56. 44, 44, Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
49, 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Buying time to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
A gain of 15. And the Jaguars.
Fournette running out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Trent Murphy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now, Jackson completes it to Lee. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Down 80.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
180. 44 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Orbit.
On first down, Allen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you...
And the pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Half 85. Half 85. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Hey, box drop. Box drop. Don't be scared. We go.
Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to go for a big play downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
No. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Jim.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Oliver. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Jackson's pass complete to number 16. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will shave one more off this lead. This fielded at the 2. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Six man. Check curls. Check.
They'll run again now. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The quarter blitz works to perfection for A.J. Boye. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Goal. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
Mike, in your face.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.